ban the Metaltor and also the flamethrowers, and yeah, and let's say what kind of units they pick.
Ooh, interesting. So we've already got out of the 4 carry units, right? The special troops,
Mm-hmm.
the Nafan
Yeah,
guards, the Falcos, the Ball Boys, and the Shenjis.
yeah.
Really got 3. Oh, not 3.
Oh,
All 4 carry units, special units are off the table. Now, these
mm-hmm.
guys really
Yeah.
don't like those units.
Marmilos
Oh,
and
OISU protecting the Mirillons. Now, these troops actually came in to life after the recent patch. Previously, there's
mm-hmm.
this kind of like just a typical shield units. But
Mm-hmm.
recently, I think 3 weeks ago, the devs put in a new patch where they, at this stage now, they can even destroy shield maidens, tier 5 troops. I love the
Yeah.
changes that they did to this
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah, and for this map, Helonfjord, like we mentioned in the last game, like I mean, like the teams is really, really risky to abandon 3 points and bet everything on the final base. I believe like for in this game, if for TL and OICU they watch the earlier game, I think they should be like adjusting their strategies
Mhm.
because like in this map, bet everything on the final base is kind of really like audacious.
It definitely is. I mean, look, at this stage, when we are talking about the knockouts, both
Yeah.
teams definitely have done their homework. I think there's countless of
Mm-hmm.
hours watching each other, their opponents, trying to read what the opponent is good at, and trying to figure out ways to counter them. So, interestingly, TL, banning that Fortebraccio pikeman, because from past games, we know that OISU, they love to use cavalry. I think they're one of the most cavalry dominant teams that I've seen this CBL. So I don't know why they banned it, to be honest.
Yeah. So for this map, actually, like it's the very beginning when designing this map, I spoke to the designer like back to like the 2 years ago or 1 years ago, 2 years ago to be precisely. Yeah, like the back to that time, we tried to make this map is really good for like long range units and not good at make it not very really good at using the cavalries. Yeah,
Cavalry?
but yeah, cavalries because like yeah, especially for the point C, you can see
Wait,
the
what?
cavalries cannot go there, right?
Right, right.
Yeah,
But
but
I
yeah, it
think
is.
I think now that the meta is that cavalry is so strong that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I've talked to many players also. So they've also mentioned that on this map, because of the Northern Lands Cavalry, the Liao Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, those units are so strong on this map.
Yeah.
Because now what we see in the meta is that those anti-infantry cavalry, like the Dagger Axe Lancers, the Liao Rangers, they're so strong. And so it actually creates a interesting way to play Halong Fort, which I've seen a lot of teams play, which is just use double calf.
Yeah.
So, oh well, I think overall, I didn't know that you had an input on the design. Wow.
Mm.
That's why I say you are
Like
the VIP. You are the Conqueror's Blade VIP.
no, no, yeah, I'm just a normal member of the team. Yeah. Yeah, so for OICU, interesting thing that they banned those like the long range units in the map, especially for the Shensi Grenadier and Metallitor. And those two units actually can do a lot of things on this map. So yeah, it's kind of good to ban those units. I think it's a really good strategy there, and
Right.
it can save a lot of trouble.
Without those special troops in, like basically everything is taken out. What we'll see in now is a lot more scrappy fights because you do not have the carry unit that can just burst through frontline troops so easily. So this will be a very, very exciting match, and I think each engagement can go either way.
Yeah.
Because usually the case is like, okay, if I have a carry troop like Nafan Guards or Falconetti, as I need to
Mhm.
protect it in order to win my engagement, any fight. But now without those, it could really just go down to hero killing, artillery placement, really the kind of like fights that can go either way.
Yeah. So normally, like in this map, when I play at the attacking side, I have to to face the Metallitor at the early game in the daily matchmaking. That is so annoying. Like I just cannot go in and always like the bonus everywhere and just like attacking my units.
They're like just locking you, knocking you down, knocking your troops down. You're like, I can't move.
Yeah. But good thing is like in this map, the unit like the supply point is really close to the battlefield. So for attackers, they can change their units in a really quick way. And also, I think that is also one big reason make this map is interesting.
Yep, I think this map is really well designed because even though we see that A-B point, it's hard to defend both points at once. We can see a lot of teams choosing to defend most of their, especially if as an attacker. If I'm attacking this map, I know that B point, because for the defender, they have a supply point behind. So it's really hard to take that B point down without facing the enemy, because the enemy can resupply very quickly. So we see most of the fights happening on the A point itself.
Yeah.
But then it's such a narrow path into the A point. So if the attacker does not pull out some of the A point just cannot have 30 heroes and troops all together in the same spot. It's too small, it's too narrow. So they have, usually what we see is that attackers send some people to B point to distract the defenders, hoping that that I cause an over rotation, and then A point I'm able to win with the team that I have.
Yeah, and also for the B point, actually, like behind the B point, there is a supply point, and for attackers in the past, I think like if attackers can take over the point B in a really quick way, they can also take over the supply point. That's also will be like a big bonus for the game, for attackers to win the game.
Right.
Yeah, and now all members already inside of the room. They are pretty ready about the upcoming game on Heilong Fjord. The team TL and OISU, they are pretty much pretty ready for the upcoming game. And also, this is the game from the lower bracket, and both teams have lost the game before. So yeah, this round is also very important for them. They have to win, like last round.
Let's see.
Let's
see the CBL gods bless us with a few battle. Yep, let's taking a look at their unit composition now. Something interesting we see coming out from OSU is that they actually bring in the banner guard. Wow, I have not seen this unit in quite a while.
Yeah, it's kind of rare to see. But OISU actually they brought like 5 squads of the Bannerlords. Yeah,
correct. And the TL faction side, we see we see a vessel longbowman and a prefecture archers now out in the chat. How many bowman fans do we have out there?
Yeah.
Oh no! If this happened in my team, I'm banning that player immediately. But you can see the TL, what they're trying to do is to use those archers to deal some damage over time. But let's see how it works out for them. But both teams have a really even layout composition. OSU having 5 double goal, and TL also having 5. So pretty even. What we'll see is pretty even in Tier 5, Tier 4, and Tier 3 troops. Ooh. Okay, heading into game 1. Now we're going to see OISU on the attack and TL on the defense as a blue team. Oh, really excited for this match. I can't predict a winner here. I really don't know.
Okay, now the game begins. Let's say the very first the game on Heilong Fjord. This is actually the second game tonight on Heilong Fjord. Okay, now the attackers directly go into the city, and it seems like this time the defender just won't give up their point A and point B.
Correct. OISU now, just 15 men going through the gate. It's going to be a very fast push. This is classic OISU that we're going to watch. They love to go just snowball through as 15 players. We've seen it against ING, and now we are seeing it against TL. Now OISU, look at the speed of them trying to invade the A point down here. Wow.
Oh, very fast paced the game. It's just like the initiated the game and they claim the point A. Yeah.
Did they just teleport? I don't know. 1 second, I saw that again. Next point, they are already set up on A points. This is really tough as a defender because they have set up a couple of troops on the B point to protect any troops from the attacker side. But it's going to be a massive melee on the A point out here. Wing Hussars going, charging in right now. Of course, the trap in a perfect position on those halberds down there.
Yeah, they just like directly those Wing Hussars directly go for the model, and the model stop them, and it's not a very good charge for the first wave. And correct. For now, it seems like the OISU they seems like controlling the situation here.
A lot of red troops on that point down there, so TL wasn't able to fight back the speed of OISU. So looking at this is going to go, first wave is going to go into OISU hands, and despite us seeing so many red troops, we see a lot of them not even on full health. So they are putting up a decent defense against them. At this stage, as a defender, all is not lost. You still got your C point, your supply point. There's still so many things to do.
Okay,
that was exciting, man.
The defenders now is falling back to the point C, and seems like they have already abandoned the point B here.
Very sensible. Ooh, exciting. Okay, this is classic OISU, man. This is why I love watching OISU, because they love to just do this strat, like they 15 men, just going for a point. They don't care what is in front of them. This is really classic OISU Japanese team, hands down to them. I love the way they play.
Yeah, let's win together, and that's simple. Yeah.
Yeah, we going together, we win together, or we die together. They don't care.
Yeah. This is kind of really good vibe. Now they are go for the point B. Of course, they are going together, and very quickly the point B will be taken by them. And now we can see the defenders very close to their point C, and their next step is trying to defend their point C with those units. And we can see the defenders actually they assigned a lot of troops on the upstairs next to the point C, not in the point C. Yeah.
Yep, definitely, because there's only 2 ways up into the C point. One is through the pathway where they're defending right now. The other path is up the stairs, which is really hard to take as a defender. But again, because of the speed of OISU taking down, they have 8 minutes to just take their time. At this place here, the best course of action for OISU as an attacker is to take the harbor point, because remember, this map has the berserker AI troops coming in, right? And even though those berserker troops, don't have the skills, but they're really, really tanky, and they can be actually a free unit of their front line to hold against the TL defenders. So of course, looking at them rotating, taking their time, falling up together, making sure that no one is left behind, so that their tail is protected, and going to take this B point to set up an attack on C.
Yeah, they're going for the harbor and try to activating the berserkers. So very quickly, the special point will be taken by them.
Our reinforcements are attacking from the
harbor. Yep, and that's 3 sets of berserkers, so that's 24 berserkers coming down. It's like they call a reinforcement, like a airdrop. It's 3 units come here.
Yeah.
And now, of course, it's easy to control them, but as an attacker, you need to be very mindful of where these berserkers go, because they are offering that first free front line. It's best to push in together with the berserkers. So, now you see the banner guards out from OISU. That guy carrying the banner. Oh, that's so cool, man. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, very stylish. Yeah.
Very stylish. You know, we watch like war movies. You know, those guys carrying
Uh-huh.
the banner. It's like, oh wow, okay, follow.
Uh-huh.
Everyone follow the banner.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, but TL opting to not defend the C point at all. Now this is probably because OISU has set up so many mortars down there, and they have damaged the defenders enough for them to not commit into it. So TL opting to defend this C supply point.
So for the say now it's a free to take, and the OISU you can see that their gameplay
Oh
following
no! What is the Dagger X doing? Why are you
the
charging
units.
it? Oh my god!
Yeah, that is not a good choice.
That's a waste.
Okay, now the OISU they come together, and for the they are waiting for the teammates to take over the point C.
Correct. We always some people might ask, you know, oh, the final base exposed. Why not we just go up and take the final base? Now, without a supply point on this C point here, you know, it's so difficult to sustain an attack on final base. So the attackers know this, and that is why that's going to be their next focal point to attack. Now, as a defender, this spot is not the easiest spot to defend because most of the area is trappable. And we can see that OISU still has 18 traps and 15 artillery to use. So, you know, if you are to defend this C supply, you have to pay a very high price to be at risk of all the traps and artillery from the attacker side. OISU doing a very sensible thing, putting out mortars and trying to take the space on the right side of the supply. That's very good because even though that mortar is not doing much kills, they're damaging the units enough for them for the defenders to force a rotation. And if TL is not careful and keep falling back, you know, OISU might actually seize the opportunity and just get that supply point for free.
Yeah.
Very, very nervy moments now. You know, both sides, you know, trying to figure out. It's a game of chess down here. More mortars coming out from the attacker side. Oh, take a look at this.
Yes, and attackers they are preparing themselves and try to make a wave to get in.
Correct. Now
Okay,
TL, okay, this should be the opportunity now created. You know, they've completely given up on that spot down here. We're probably going to see OISU committing. Yep, we do. Follow the better guts, as we say.
Follow the better guys. Let's get in.
Let's get in. And of course, we see OISU. They'd love to play as a big block. Oh, couple of guys from OISU pushing down on the final base down there. You know, that's stopping the reinforcements for TL. Now, if TL is able to bring their Cav in into this fight down here, it's going to be major for them. So, Wing Hussars coming through.
Yeah, actually,
Ooh,
the
a lot of
attacker
Cav.
seems like they want to be safe.
Look at that Cav. Look at that Cav dealing so much damage and so much kills. But of course, now the question is, you know, is TL able to take out a new set of troops, and the longsword from OISU just interrupting their supply?
Oh, it's a really good gameplay, wave by wave, and really troops.
Correct. And to forget, look at the final point right now. OISU actually with that 3 heroes and units able to have a setup on final base.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, now this is a really good move from the OISU.
Of course,
now that the defenders come back for their point.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear,
but good things that the OISU have already taken over the supply point.
Yep, that's great teamwork from OISU down here. That's a beautiful attack. I don't think they could have done anything better down there. So
yeah.
Now, I think the unit count is still pretty even though we see the defenders TL, you know, giving up so much thing. But every time they had the engagement, look at the cap down there from TL. That was a beautiful rotation. Okay, now important thing to note, you know, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. What is OISU going to do? You know, they still have 11 artillery and 6 traps. So how are they going to maximize that to their advantage? Now, there's not a lot of time to set up, like as we saw in the last Heilong Fort. Oh, look at
Okay,
OISU.
now here comes the attack here. Okay, with the champs and the attackers trying to wave in. Okay, really good champ here, and deal a lot of damage to those units. And now the attackers still stand still.
Right, loyal guards, the stalwarts, you know, bracing on the front line, protecting any troops, and then using the
setting
artillery.
artilleries. Yeah, because like they've got still have like the 10 artilleries over there. Let's take that time to take damage by those things.
Now I think whoever controls this cliff down here is going to be the winner of this fight. And now looking at OISU just attacking from 3 directions, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they are really good at assigning units to the battlefield.
Check
Inch
out
by inch, and wave by wave, and the cavalry. So wow, wow, that is magnificent.
Yep. Oh, but of course, TL has the cav ready to counter the OISU attack, but then we have halberds already set up by the attackers on the final point, so not going to go through and do much, and this is looking like it's going to the attackers' favor. You know, blue defenders just jumping in, trying to interrupt, you know, trying to save a little bit of face, but wow, GG.
Wow,
Beautiful
GG,
game.
good game. Like, congratulations to OISU, they won the very first game. And the MP from OISU, sorry, I can't read the Japanese, but you performed pretty well. You got 2 kills and 14 assists, and killed 129 troops in the game. And also his teammates got 4 kills and 3 kills. And for this game, the OISU, they are totally impressed me. Like, I'm totally impressed by them. This gameplay is so beautiful and amazing. And the MVP from TL is Longxiang Lingzhen. He got 2 kills, 2 deaths, and 3 assists, and killed 116 troops in the game. I mean, like, for the whole game, the OISU, for the first 2 points, they come together and die together and do everything together. And but for the final points, for the final base, they just like separated the team and did a lot of like strategical things. And they first like distract the attention from the supply point and make some units to the final base, and then like successfully took over the supply point, and then wave inch by inch and wave by wave to take over the final base. That is really good. That's really amazing.
I think it's the banner guards that win the game.
Yeah.
No, honestly, if you look at the OISU, you know, they've really moved together well as a team. You didn't see anyone on the back line being slow to react when the call is made. As an observer of them, you know, the way that they conduct themselves in this attack, it was done with such teamwork, because again, we are looking at 15 players, you know, 15 different individuals, and for them to give us such a beautiful show, I think this really shows that they have a really special kind of teamwork down here.
Yeah.
Now, of course, TL did a really good job. Their cavalry came in just on time to save that supply point, but they were pressured by the 3, like I said, where I always said that 3 heroes to the final point. They had no choice but to fall back to the final. Honestly, without those 3 enemies, without their final base being pressured, I felt that TL had a really good chance to hold that supply point down there.
Yeah. So OISU actually showed me that what is like the teamwork, and that is really good. And you can see actually the TL, they actually did a quite good job, because like the one OICU coming to the final base, and they also use their cavalries and also their units to take down those attackers. But the OICU, they just like wave by wave, but they always control the timing there, and totally like outplayed the TL in this game.
Correct. And I think later on, when we can show to the audience, you know, if you look at OISU, they probably have about 12 heavy classes. They've got a lot of pole X, a lot of long swords inside, and we know pole X is so strong, especially without facing a carry unit. That they have this skill which is the weapon dance, which debuffs the enemy defense by 25%. And they of course have the ultimate, which just completely stuns all the unit troops. So OISU has definitely planned for this really, really well. What they want to do is to have those quality team fights because of their class support with their troops, with their speed and aggression and teamwork. This is looking like a really hard team to beat. And I'm hoping that TL can come back on Halo Fort and give us a few games, please. Praying.
Yeah.
Pray.
So from the game one, now it's more exciting for the game two because I want to say how OIC gonna play as the defensive side for the same map because I think their strategy, especially for the point A and the point B, I want to say how they are gonna perform this to defend those points. It's kind of I think it will be very interesting. And now all team members already, it's already in the room. So I think the game two gonna start very soon.
Now, remember, I'm not sure if you know, but TL and OSU actually faced off in the knockout stage. OSU was the one that actually knocked them down to the lower bracket, and OSU went 2-0 to TL. So I always support the underdogs. Can I support the underdogs? I can, right? Okay, I always support, even though we are not supposed to support any teams, but I'm going to support TL. I want to see them have a breakthrough, bring the fight back to OSO and take this series into their hands. So come on, TL.
Those two teams are those two teams are pretty good. So it will be very interesting to see the game three between them two. On the field battle, I think that will be very interesting to watch.
Correct. And my TL is actually a really strong team because they went through the scoring phase with a perfect score of 8 wins and 0 losses. So they are one of the top teams coming from China mainland. And what OSU is able to do down here, this is really good quality gameplay. And I believe TL has the ability. You do not go 8-0 in your scoring phase without being a good team. So rooting for them to come back. Yeah,
it's a very important game for TL now. It's like the win or go home game for this match. So they have to win the upcoming Halo Field this map as the attacking side.
I'm so excited, bro. I want to see a few better.
So now two teams are pretty ready. So and we are gonna jump into the game two very quick. I saw the comments. People are all talking about they have really good teamwork there, and it's totally impressed by those gameplays. This is the one of the best teamwork example game for me actually. So far for the CBL, it's really good. Totally impressed by OSU. Okay, now the second game is on. Let's say there are team competitions.
Ooh, TL actually bringing out a banner guards of their own. They probably saw OSU bring up banner guard, and then they are also going to react by bringing up banner guard on their own. Looking at the team comp, it looks really, really similar. I mean, I don't see any big differences from both teams, apart from the fact that TL has opted to bring in more infantry. They only bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, actually 9 cav. Okay. So pardon me. Both teams bring about 9 to 10 cav. OSU, of course, having a little bit more advantage. They have about 1 to 13 cav compared to TL's 9 cavalry. So OISU, of course, with the benefits of bringing cavalry is that you're able to move much quicker. And in such a small map like Halo Fort, having that mobility, can actually bring an advantage. But then again, now we're going to see TL going on the offense, and I'm rooting for them. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Good.
go with the game. Let's go two teams. The game 2 is on. Let's say if OISU will abandon the point A and the point B at the very beginning of the game. That seems like seems like they will try their best to defend those points because you can say they are still around those points.
Mm-hmm.
And now the attackers they separate the two squads. They want to attack those 2 points at the same time. Maybe like the point B is just try to distract the attention from the point A.
Right, so about 5 players from the attackers going to B and 10 on the A point down here. So if you look at TL, they are opting to break the breach of the B point also. So that's also an additional avenue to go into the B point, create a bigger distraction.
Waiting for the door open.
Yep. Even the first 15 troops that both teams have opted are really similar, about 3 cav on each side. Matching the units, basically unit for unit. I don't see any difference. Of course, we don't see, again, why we don't see any carry troops for those who missed out was that because we have basically the Shenji, Nafanguards, Falconettes, and the Ball Boys all being banned from both teams.
Yes.
So
yeah.
this is really going to be a very scrappy fight, and it's going to be hard on either side to actually win any engagement without those special troops.
Okay, now the attackers broke the wall and they have another entrance to common A. Okay, two doors and two gates already open.
All the gates and both breaches broken down now. So now the ball is in the attackers' hand. How are they going to actually take a point down here? Of course, we know what is most important for TL, the attacker side here, is that they need to be careful that the defenders have actually a lot of cav as well. So as long as they bring enough pikes to sustain that A push, this would be good for them. And we see 3 more heroes rotating from B to A for the attacking side. And looking like A point is going to be where the main fight is going to be. Okay,
now the attack. Yeah, compared to the last game, this game seems like not that faster paced. The attack is still outside of the wall. Yeah.
Correct. This is a more traditional way of attacking this map. TL rotating from the bridge to the A point. Now that's a real weird because the B point is not even creating any distraction down there. So I'm curious to see what is their thoughts on this. Now time is not on the attacker side. Remember, there's only 5 minutes to use to actually take a point. And we do see many a times on Helium Fort is that because the attackers take so slow to attack a point, they're not able to use all 3 units.
Okay, now the Iron Reapers come on A.
Modal just going to fall down for the defenders down there. Free Modal. Wow. Look at the cap from TL. They need to be very careful. Imperial Pike Guard stunning all that troops. And OSU going to rotate with Kev on their own.
It just seems like it's very chaotic situation.
Those dagger X from the TL, the attacker side, just dying for nothing. That's going to be huge losses for TL. The infantry not engaging together with the cavalry is not looking too good. So, but we see TL has opted. The B team has actually pushed in. So OSU has to deal with those attackers on the B point. If not, they will risk themselves from their B point falling down. And I'm not sure if the OB is catching this, but a couple of heroes from the TL side, attacker side on the B supply, interrupting any resupply. Now this is good for the attacker side.
Now the defenders still everywhere around those points and not making any progress so far for the attackers.
Correct, but now the issue is that OSU has probably about 7 to 8 heroes on B point, engaging that 2 or 3 heroes from the attacker side. Now the attackers have the advantage on A point, so this is the question of how they were able to take this fight down here.
Yeah, that is also the funny part about this map. Yeah, you need to make your decision about those 2 points.
Correct. Left and right. Here we go. Grip shot set up by TL. I think this is looking good for the attackers as long as they can control the cavalry movement by OSU.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left for attackers.
Oh my god, I just want to vomit blood. I just saw TL bringing archers and not really doing much, just falling down to one longsword down there, so that's kind of a waste.
This match, the point A and point B, gonna be really intense, and also be the turning point for the whole game.
Correct.
Because
important
both
point.
sides.
Important point is that TL is rushing in with all their cavalry. Remember, they had 13 cav compared to OSU. Oh, now the cav just gonna do so much work.
Oh, very beautiful gameplay from OISU. They use their cavalry charged on all of the attackers around the point A.
Wow, this is pressure on TL as the attackers down here.
Yeah. Oh, this is huge. Very good gameplay. And now only 1 minute and 40 seconds. The time is really not enough for attackers, but the point A is really close to take.
Yeah, they just need to step on it for another 15 seconds, I think. But OSU also has a couple of infantry protecting their lineup, and now the ball is really on the attacker side. They have 17 artillery they didn't use. Maximize it. Go in. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, the time is really not enough for TL. Okay, now they bet everything on the point A.
Correct.
And for defenders, they know it, and they are pretty ready for it.
No, this could be close. This could be really close.
Oh, really close. Oh, come on. Very chaotic battle is happening right now.
Yep, as long as TL is able to control the cav coming from OSU, but a lot of cav just going through.
Yeah, another squad of cavalry is charging down the attackers here. Okay, now the TL is at risk. They need to they need to take their time, but it seems like it's kind of
GG, attackers won.
Yeah, very good gameplay. Yeah.
My prayer wasn't answered. But GG to OSU.
Yeah, OSU. It's a pity cannot say the game 3 between those 2 teams. Okay, congratulations to OISU. They played 2 really good games tonight and win this round, and have a chance to move to the next round. And the MP from OISU is Shen Lei. Scored 4 kills and 1 death and 7 assists in the game.
Nice.
Yeah, really good gameplay by OISU and also by TL. And let's say the MP from another side.
Are we seeing the MVP?
Yeah, MVP is 传说呆毛. Yeah, he got 3 kills, 3 deaths, and 4 assists, and they killed 76 troops in the game. Yeah, for the last 2 games were like totally impressive for me. It's like those 2 teams showed a really good game, like teamwork gameplays and how to counter each other, and those things are totally amazing. And for OISU, apparently they prepared much better tonight, so that's also the reason why they became the winner of this round. And they played like really a team and come together, die together, and their strategy is pretty clear. And also for TL, they tried their best to play on those maps and adjusting their plans to the situation and everything is so good about those two games.
Yeah, I think the unit pick for OISU was also perfect to bring more cap. They were able to reinforce the A point, despite TL, having a lot of infantry down there. So, this is a hard loss for TL. Not able to take the first point on Halong Fort. It's always such a shame because it's like a morale blow. You lose everything within 8 minutes. I feel so bad for them. But I think we can see that TL did prepare a little bit better. The games were a lot more closer than the previous match that they come against NOP. And NOP looking like every time they go into the next match, they're looking a little bit much better than what they were before. So yeah, I think they could really make a much deeper run in this CBL. Exciting.
Yeah. And that is pretty much for tonight's game. About tomorrow, we still have games and for this time's CBL.
Yep, we've got BOD, SSR, BXXW, and against YS.
Yeah, let me check the schedule here. From today to January 13, except the January 10, we all have games. Every night we can watch a lot of good gameplay here, and it's very good to watch.
Yep. Hope you stay healthy. Great to cast.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think the next 2 weeks is going to be a marathon of CPL games. Of course, so many talented teams down here. OISU was really one of those teams that really came out from nowhere. I think this is their first time competing in CBL, so definitely one of the teams to watch. Of course, we've got CNC, we've got YYY, we've got GNG, we've got ING also today going up. So many teams to watch, especially BPJT also. So about 7 or 8 more teams that really could make it all the way to the finals. And yeah, I'm very, very stoked for this CBL.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you in the CBL. It's very fun to the co-cast with you. And I think every time watching the CBL, every time they give me different feelings. It's I can learn a lot of things from those teams, and it's really interesting to watch those gameplays. And I think tonight's all games are pretty much for today. So let's wrap it up, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. And tomorrow we still have games for the winter CBL. So see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for watching today, and thanks Dex, thanks for joining us. It's really great to cast a game with you.
Thank you for having me, guys. I hope everyone has a good night, and see you in the next one.
Yeah, see you guys.